Hello beautiful beings, Meredith from Mystic Pathways with another collective helping hand oracle reading to help us navigate the current energies we find ourselves in, surrounded by, just so we have a better opportunity of harmonizing ourselves and balancing ourselves regardless of what's going on outside of ourselves. We could all do with a little helping hand with that. Okay, let's begin with the tarot. Asking the question, what needs articulating? What thoughts inside our mind, maybe our private thoughts, our personal thoughts, things that have been bubbling around in our minds, what needs bringing to the light of day? Oh, Nine of Swords. Negative thoughts, anxiety, despair, but fear not. Open to change. Sometimes we do have to get to rock bottom before we can start finding ourselves out of that. And the Nine of Swords, whenever it comes up, it's not a positive card, but it helps us understand maybe why we're in the mood that we're in. There's something going on in the mind that's actually causing you your anxiety. Could be guilt, could be anguish, could be worry. This is what needs to be brought to the light of day so that we can challenge it, so that we can face that whatever you're sitting in, you're the one that's sitting in your own energy. How can you shift that? And it could be changing your mindset. Having a look at what beliefs you're holding on to that's actually causing you your own angst. Are you able also to separate yourself from your fears or from reality? It's like fears are an emotional response. Danger's real. Fear responding to danger is understandable, but fear it's something else that's not tangible, that's actually not dangerous. You've got to look at that, because then it's a triggering you to show you maybe you're lacking self-confidence, self-love, self-awareness. It's an indication to have a look at your thoughts. And it can be a warning that the path that you're going down will be a difficult one, and it's to examine your situation carefully, to be sure you are making the right choices. Even a small change can make a difference. We don't have to do things in leaps and bounds, but what could you do with these current energies at this time that your thoughts are bringing you down? How can you interrupt those, disrupt those, do something to give yourself a different projection, a different trajectory, so you're not sitting wallowing, you're actually doing something constructive to call yourself out of that. Interesting. Thank you, Spirit. So if you've got negative thoughts lurking around in that mind of yours, embrace them, love them, but just don't put them in the driver's seat. Acknowledge them. They're there for a reason. They've come up from something. It's not usually from nothing. So it's having a look at, well, what was that? Why is that? And how can I embrace that and soothe that without harming anyone else or yourself, and redirecting those thoughts to reality, not fears. Thank you, Spirit. With this deck, the Animal Magic cards, we're asking what needs acknowledging. So that's what needs articulating. This is what needs acknowledging. What is at the heart of the matter? What's in our heart of hearts that we haven't necessarily shared with anyone, but needs to be acknowledged, please, Spirit. What is at the heart of the matter that needs acknowledging? What is at the heart of the matter that needs acknowledging? There we are, that one. Horse. Oh, brilliant. Horse is my power animal. Nice. Horse, and it's a fire horse year, so of course that's all going to be very highly spirited, isn't it? At the heart of the matter is horse. And horse is also associated to wind. Wind, that's mine, but it's movement. The key word for horse is power. Okay. It's quite, I think I might have to read the story because it doesn't come. So stealing horses is stealing power was a statement made frequently in historical Native America, and a reference to the esteemed role which horse played in the native cultures. Horse is physical power and unearthly power. In shamanic practices throughout the world, horse enables shamans to fly through the air and reach heaven. Humanity made a great leap forward when horse was domesticated, a discovery akin to that of fire. Before horse, humans were earthbound, heavy-laden and slow creatures indeed. Once humans climbed on horses' back, they were as free and fleet as the wind. They could carry burdens for great distances with ease. Through their special relationship with horse, humans altered their self-concept beyond measure. Horse was the first animal medicine of civilization. Humanity owes an incredible debt to horse and to the new medicine it brought. It would be a long walk to see one's brother or sister if horse had not welcomed the two-legged rider upon its back. Today we measure the capacity of engines with the term horsepower, a reminder of the days when horse was an honoured and highly prized partner with humanity. Dreamwalker, a medicine man, was walking across the plains to visit the Arapaho Nation. He carried with him his pipe. The feather tied into his long black hair pointed to the ground, marking him as a man of peace. Over the rise of a hill, Dreamwalker saw a herd of wild mustangs running toward him. Black Stallion approached him and asked if he was seeking an answer on his journey. Black Stallion said, "I am from the void where answers lives. Ride on my back now and the power of entering the darkness and finding the light." Dreamwalker thanked Black Stallion and agreed to visit him when his medicine was needed in the dream time. Yellow Stallion approached Dreamwalker next and offered to take him to the east, where illumination lives. Dreamwalker could share the answers he found there to teach and illuminate others. Once again, Dreamwalker thanked Yellow Stallion and said he would use his gifts of power on his journey. Red Stallion approached, rearing playfully. He told Dreamwalker of the joys of balancing work and heavy medicine with the joyful experiences of play. He reminded Dreamwalker that he could better hold the attention of those he taught when humour was integrated with the lesson. Dreamwalker thanked him and promised to remember the gift of joy. Dreamwalker was nearing his destination. The Arapaho Nation was close at hand. White Stallion came to the front of the herd. Dreamwalker mounted White Stallion's back. White Stallion was the message carrier for all the other horses and represented wisdom in power. This magnificent horse was the embodiment of the balanced medicine shield. "No abuse of power will ever lead to wisdom," said White Stallion. "You, Dreamwalker, have made this journey to heal a brother in need, to share the sacred pipe, and to heal the Mother Earth. You have the knowledge through humility that you are an instrument of Great Spirit. As I carry you upon my back, you carry the needs of the people on yours. In wisdom, you understand that power is not given lightly, but awarded to those who are willing to carry responsibility in a balanced manner." Dreamwalker, the shaman, had been healed by the visit of the wild horses and knew that his purpose in coming to the Arapaho was to share these gifts with them. In understanding the power of horse, you may see how to strive for a balanced medicine shield. True power is wisdom found in remembering your total journey. Wisdom comes from remembering pathways you have walked in another person's moccasins. Compassion, caring, teaching, loving, and sharing your gifts, talents, and abilities are the gateways to power. That is what is at the heart of the energies, is understanding the balance. And then that wisdom comes from walking in another person's moccasins. Beautiful. And the poem you might want to remember: mighty horse, power to run across the open plains, or to bring the vision of the shields dancing in purple dream rain. What a beautiful story. We're all through that knowledge, through humility, that we're instruments of great spirit, and setting aside that ego, setting aside those thoughts that are causing us the angst, is come into the heart and remember, what's your purpose? Where's your balance between work and play? How are you managing the power that you have been gifted? Thank you, Spirit. The next question that we ask for these current energies to help us is, what is the best mental practice? Knowing that's going on in the mental, then Spirit, please help us. What is the best mental practice? What is the best mental practice? Introduce yourself. Oh, this is interesting. It's easy to criticize and break down the spirits of others, but to know yourself takes a lifetime. Bruce Lee. Introduce yourself. A blank page can be intimidating, so don't think, just write your name. Try to imagine you're meeting yourself for the first time and write down how you would introduce yourself. Try to be honest and direct. Don't present yourself as someone different. Write about what your personality is like, what you enjoy doing, what you are good at, and what you're not so good at. Don't read it back. Don't correct as you go. Don't overthink it. Just keep writing until you run out of things to say, and then stop. Introduce yourself. Have no fear. Face those thoughts. Flip them on their head. Introducing yourself to yourself is a really good way of admitting, seeing, admiring, maybe wishing something was different about yourself. But that is the best mental practice going to help us through these current energies, is know thyself. Warts and all, good, bad, the beautiful, the ugly. Thank you, Spirit. Because then, knowing all of yourself, you then get to choose who do you want to put in the driver's seat without kicking anyone out of the car. You embrace them, you're with it, you hold that space, but you choose who you put in the driver's seat. Thank you, Spirit. What is the best meditation practice? Oh, that one certainly flew out. Let's see if I can get it without too much disturbance. Certainly wanted to come out, that one, didn't it? Oops, sorry. Oh, meditation practice. The great gathering. It's all coming together. Intuitive hits, soul tribe. Oh, that's a beautiful meditation. What does Rebecca Campbell have to say? This is our meditation practice. You're being called to let your intuition move you physically. You are connected to a group of souls who are weaving a web around the planet, and as you travel and share your creation, something is rethreaded. This card is an acknowledgement that you are either being called to connect with others who are like you at a soul level, or that you already are. You're being called to gather groups of people, either by leading them or becoming part of a group that can support you and your soul's personal mission. You're part of a group of souls who agreed to be here at this time in history to heal yourself. your ancestral line, and the planet. To raise consciousness so that we can continue to call this magnificent place home for eras to come. One of many consciously choosing to devote your life to something greater than yourself. It's time to call in your tribe by sharing your soul's voice and letting yourself be seen. When you share what is real and true to you, and you share the medicine that you most need, those who are like you will gather around you. You are your tribe. They are just like you. And just as you are longing and searching for them, they are longing and searching for you too. The activation is, I choose now to let myself be seen. I am ready to call in my soul tribe and create a web of light all over the planet. Isn't that beautiful? That's our meditation practice. As you're contemplating, reflecting, sitting quietly, listening, if you're in an older state of consciousness, through breath work, through fasting, through meditation, through psychedelics, is like meditate upon calling in your soul tribe and weaving that web of light all over the planet. Being true to yourself, let yourself be seen. Aho, thank you, Spirit. That's our meditation. I wonder what will come through as we meditate upon that. That's brilliant. Thank you, Spirit. What is the dharma practice that we do in the physical? This is the internal, this is the external. What can we do, Spirit, to help ourselves with our dharma practice? What's going to help with these current energies that we're sitting in and that we're facing? What's going to help us move forward? See the light of day. What's our dharma practice? Please, Spirit. A new earth. It's happening. Keep holding the vision. Oh, I love the colours. The great gathering. It's like you're being called to the great gathering. You're coming. You're on your way. Yay. A new earth. Sometimes it's hard finding these cards in these books. There we go. A new earth. Don't give up now. You are closer than you think. I know it's hard to hold the frequency of a new age when it feels as if so much is crumbling and so many are losing faith. This is your sign that you are facing the right direction. You have a great gift in being able to see the potential of things before they exist. Tend to those new seeds, especially now that we're in winter in the southern hemisphere and that void time of dreaming these seeds as well. Dream them into existence. Don't lose faith now. Keep your focus fixed. This is our dharma practice. So in your everyday mundane life, planting new seeds and bringing about a shift of the ages is no mean feat. It requires extreme trust and a radical vision. If you pull this card, it is a reminder to have faith. As you go about your daily business, as you go about your spiritual practice, hold on to that faith. You chose to be here, to be a part of this global shift. Whether you're bringing it about through prayer and meditation or through working on a new project, job or creation, keep going. It's happening. Don't give up now. The world needs more dreamers like you. More people with hope in their hearts. The road ahead may not be plain sailing. Ushering a new age in times of change never is. Of course it's not. You're being encouraged to remember that you've been working towards this for so long. It's almost here. Don't question yourself now. Don't waver. Look at these thoughts over here. Remember, this is your dharma practice. This will help with those thoughts. Don't question yourself. Don't waver. Dig your devotion deep, for if you do, in the not too distant future, you'll be able to sit back and watch all that you've so carefully planted and nurtured grow and bloom. It's possible. Keep focusing on your dreams. you're closer than you think. And our practice is, how can you keep holding that vision? Put pictures up, put words up, have a daily practice of prayer to remind you, to put you in that mindset of, what am I doing again and why? That's our Dharma practice. Thank you, Spirit. With all this in mind, please, Spirit, what is then the best attitude that we can embody for these current energies, for healing ourselves, for moving forward, holding our own space, being sovereign and agent of our own existence? What is then the best attitude, please, Spirit? No mean feat, no pressure. False God, oh, I love it. It's all about our ego. And how much do we dive into our ego? How much do we believe what we think? Coming back to these thoughts. This has come up a few times in the readings. That card. Yes, it is. False God and Osho. I share the same birthday as Osho. Darkness is the absence of light. Darkness is the absence of light. Ego is just the absence of awareness. And it is, it's like, so the more that you learn, the more you have an open mind and an open heart, boundaries, and a healthy tolerance level, you're going to keep becoming aware, therefore evolving your ego with you instead of being stuck in an immature or retarded ego. Many people associate false gods to the worship of statues, idols, and deities, which are outside of their religion and belief systems. They don't, however, recognize the false god hiding within themselves. This god is the voice of the ego. The ego is a self-constructed identity that is made up of a who you think you are. Remember, introduce yourself. Based on your beliefs from your individual life experiences. It is that part of you that does not want to let go of lower vibrational thinking patterns. The ego is the conflicting voice that you sometimes hear when wishing to follow your heart. Stay conscious, dear one, of the energy you feed within you. It's like I said, be mindful of who's in the driver's seat. And discerning of the false gods when others too. The ego often hides behind strong opinions that appear to be true. Aligning yourself with the God-Goddess energy within is aligning yourself with truth, unconditional love, and compassion, and boundaries. You can tell if another is coming from the place of the ego or by truth by the fruits of their tree. Good trees bear good fruit that inspire light, peace, and oneness through love. This light does not come from a place of judgment, separation, and condemnation, nor does it use the energy to fear to control. Through the wisdom of your heart, may you always be guided by the light of truth. The exercise is, visualize two plants within you. One is the ego and the other is your divine self. Heart, mind, a simpler way of putting it if you like. Send both plants love and compassion, but water only the plant that represents the divine light within you. Watch it grow to become a strong tree grounded in love. There's another one, it's not talking about plants, it's talking about wolves. Which wolf do you feed, the dark wolf or the light wolf? We've all got our triggers because it's such a dysfunctional world that we live in. It's becoming more self-aware of that energy that which you are carrying, which is negative, low vibrational, heavy, vindictive. It's like, have a look at that energy within you and ask it why. What is it lacking? What is it missing? And not projecting that or reflecting that onto other people, but owning it It's still in your car, it's still you, but it's not in the driver's seat. So you can deal with it in the background in the most loving and compassionate way you can. Thank you, Spirit. Well, I'll put that pine cone there on the third eye. That's so appropriate. Open your mind, your pineal gland. Raw organic cacao is one of the best foods that you can take to decalcify your pineal gland. That's something you could try. What then, Spirit, thank you, is the best approach to adopt? What is the best approach, please, Spirit? What is the best approach for us to adopt with all this in mind and the current energies we're in? Sacred journey. Well, life is a bit of a sacred journey, don't you think? I do. Just our whole existence is a sacred journey, trippy journey. Working it all out. We don't come with an instruction manual. But the beautiful thing is all the philosophies and all the spiritual teachings and all those that came before us, they have left us hints and clues and instruction manuals. If only we were made aware of it and got our heads out of the toxic society that worships entertainment and celebrities and fame and power and money, and have a look at life through a different lens, as though it is a sacred journey, because it is. Beautiful image of a snake. There is wisdom in knowing that even darkness serves its purpose in the growth of the soul. So whatever it is that you're going through, talking to that egoic mind that needs to evolve and expand and open up a little bit more, know yourself. It has a purpose. It's showing you something. Darkness need not be feared, but simply understood. Darkness is a misunderstood energy which causes so much emotional distress and disharmony around the world, as if it's seen as something that is separate to God. To me, God is all things: peace, war, love, hate, fear, cat, dog, mouse, you, me, tree, leaf. It's everything. And under that God scope, there's all these different frequencies and vibrations that ranges from saint to sinner. Prey, predator, parasite in every species. Flora, fungi, and flora. It's all got prey, predator, and parasite. Or it's all God. Most often it is seen as something that needs to be avoided and battled. Darkness too serves its purpose. Through darkness we come to see the light that is in us. It is through the darkness we find the light, and it's through the light we take the light with us into the darkness. It is only through love and understanding of the true nature of darkness, embracing its role and having gratitude for the lessons it teaches us, it gives us that contrast of contraction and expansion, of rejection to accepting. It gives us that contrast. Light, dark, gives us that contrast. Sorry, tripping over my words. Darkness is here to help us find our way back into our heart. We are all one, good, evil, dark, light, and the many other labels mankind has used to separate this energy that is one. Do not fear the shadows within or outside you, but simply observe the dance of life that is occurring all around you. See the lessons that unfold from the dark periods in your life. Understand their meaning and purpose. When you can transcend this illusion of separateness and judgment of all that is seen as dark, you transcend the illusion of suffering. To me, that's what I see the yin-yang in. In the light side of the yin-yang, in the middle of it, in the heart of it, is that dot of shadow, and vice versa. In the whole of the shadow, at the heart of the shadow is the light. And it's like through these two portals, we are able to balance the light and the dark. Do not fear the shadows within or outside, but simply observe the dance of life that is occurring all around you. See the lessons that unfold you from the dark periods in your life. Understand their meanings and purpose. When you can transcend this illusion of separateness and judgment, of all that is seen as dark, you transcend the illusion of suffering. The more you walk this journey with the understanding and clarity, the more at peace you are with this world. And it's not a big leap that you go from A to B and you're there and you know it all. You don't. It's literally one step after the other. It's a journey, and it can be 2 steps forward, 1 step back, sideways shuffle, pirouette, 2 steps forward, 1 step back. It is a dance. It's that life that's going on all around us. And the more you walk with understanding and clarity, the more that you can actually be in that dance of life, rather than trying to control it, maneuver it, manipulate it, fear it, judge it. When you get beyond that, you are then ready to enter realms of high consciousness and increase light. The affirmation is, I am triumphant in knowing that even darkness serves its purpose in the fruition of the soul. Thank you, Spirit. What is the best healing code to utilize through this that we can do for ourselves that'll help us, please, Spirit? What is the healing code that's going to help us? The healing code for us to use that's going to help us. Healing code, please, Spirit. What is it? What's going to help us? And there's 2 cards. Negativity, which seems to go with the 9 of Swords and the false god. And well-being. Now, isn't that interesting? We've got someone lying there with their hand on their forehead. It's like, oh, woe is me, forlorn. And then as we do with our well-being, as we get up off wallowing, we step into the green and the life of light and love, we will find our well-being. Absolutely. And we all know what negativity is. What's the healing code then? The fairy lies under, this is the negativity card. A fairy lies under a tree with her arm across her forehead, portraying depletion and distress. The hand on her head draws attention to worry and mental activity. 9 of Swords. The false ego. The mushrooms surrounding the fairy symbolize the human soul ability to grow through darkness, which is what we just talked about. The task at hand may seem overwhelming, but you have the fortitude to change the outcome. And they gave us the outcome, which is well-being. The flowing hair and light surrounding this illuminated fairy depict the natural flow of energy. Foxglove relates to self-awareness. Introduce yourself, know who you are, and knowing where your energy is best utilized. You only get to know that by knowing yourself. The spider webs point to life choices and places you might be deceiving yourself. As you balance your well-being, you will untangle your webs, change your habits, and bring more wellness into your life. So your well-being is, let's have a look at what the rest of the card is. Reflect on how your lifestyle and worldview impacts your attitudes and behaviors. Once you have clarity in these areas, you can let go of what is not effective and make change towards your wellness. Make a real effort to change your unhealthy habits. Through this process, you'll be able to determine what is essential to you. As you alter your behavior, you'll enjoy a sounder body, mind, and spirit. This means balancing your relationships and work, which we had before. Balancing your life. As you balance your well-being, you'll untangle your webs, change your habits to bring more wellness into your life. You'll be able to find healthy channels where you can spend your time favorably and enjoyably. That is the healing code, is make sure well-being is your healing practice. Thank you, Spirit. This is a new deck that I just got recently, and I'm so excited. So excited. I'll share the name of the deck. It is, actually, there we go, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Absolutely love them. So the question we're going to ask, please, Spirit, is what's the spell to cast? What's the prayer to chant? What's the affirmation to speak? Thank you, Spirit. What, out of all these cards, please, Spirit, is the best spell to cast for ourselves, for these current energies that we face ourselves in, please, Spirit? Best spell to cast, please, Spirit. Just one. There it is. Number 24. Magical powers. I weave and clear, I cast and know. Magic secrets to me now show. Beautiful. That is the prayer to chant, the spell to cast, the affirmation to speak. I weave and clear, I cast and know. Magic secrets to me now show. And in the book, sometimes when we, oh no, that's not what we're going to do. If this spell has chosen you, the universe would like you to reconnect with your intuitive, instinctual, mythic persona, not your false god, your mind that's out of balance. If you have chosen this spell, you may wish to hurry along the impact of your spells, or perhaps you are finding it hard to move out of the everyday. You may wish to empower your spells and reawaken to the wonder of the natural magic all about you and deepen within you. Fear not. This spell will reopen your intuitive receptors and you'll be resensitized to the magical, abundant universe through which your spells will grow in power. Now, I don't know if these words will trigger anybody, so I'll just read it again. Sometimes when we cast magic, and for me, that's prayer work, affirmations, setting intentions. So it's like, don't get hung up on the word use, spell, casting, magic. For me, the magic is when you heal yourself, you manifest something positive or healthy into your life. To me, that's magic. Making a really healthy connection, relationship, that's magic. Your connection with your fur babies, your pets, your animals, that's magic. Nurturing and bringing back to life a dying planet, to me, that's magic. Plant, not planet. Oh, yeah, that too. So sometimes when we cast magic, prayer, affirmations, intentions, we may be too caught up in the everyday to weave quite as much enchantment as we could if we were more in touch with our magical powers, being more self-aware. This spell will help you connect with your magical self. So this prayer will help you connect with your higher self, which we just went through. And your spells, your prayers, your affirmations will become more powerful, enjoyable, and enchanting as a result. When we say this affirmation, I weave and clear, I cast and know, magic secrets to me now show. That gets you into a mindset of getting out of your mind and being open to intuitive feeling the energies around you, the wisdom that's coming through, your angels who might want to speak to you, your guides that might want to speak to you, your ancestors that are speaking through your own body to you. So it's like, but you've got to clear yourself. You've got to introduce yourself. You've got to know yourself. You've got to clear those negative thoughts. Get out of the head, get out of the ego, and get into the heart. Out of the mind, into the heart. And your knowing will grow. Your knowing will grow. Thank you, Spirit. Fascinating. What is the best animal spirit to work with for guidance, please, Spirit? What animal spirit can show us how it's done? Wow. That certainly flew out. Leopard. Nice. Cat energy. And the key word is transference. Leopard has come through to help you conquer your deepest fears. Again, the mind. Be courageous or be neutral and face those negative thoughts. Face yourself. Ask yourself, what the hell's going on? You could be releasing old, dogmatic religious belief systems, which are creating fear, suppression, and superstition. You could be releasing the fear of death, change, or the afterlife, or past life abuse. You could be also energetically decoding DNA memories of your past life persecution. Leopard pulls through the power to initiate and perform a transference shift, through which a deep, dark trauma can finally be cleared, giving you the ability to anchor in the light, to ignite, hold, and emanate power. Leopard has come to teach you to release feelings and pressures of anger and frustration. Leopard also teaches you how to trust your instincts, which can be difficult at a time when most people are programmed to ignore their instincts and think more logically. Leopard clears the demons that haunt the mind, giving you the ability and power to clear schisms, frayed nerves, from within the central nervous system and brain. Stressful, fearful, and painful memories, or thought patterns that filter through and into the mental plane, can be cleared, so you can preventatively care against such psychological weaknesses. Leopard people are solitary and secretive people with an uncanny ability to adapt to any environment or quietly overcome any form of adversity. They're usually short and stocky in appearance. We don't need to read that. So Leopard allows you to master the ships of consciousness to rebirth a whole new sense of self. So working with Leopard is going to help us move out of those negative, anxious thoughts, finding that balance and utilizing our power and gifts in a more balanced, healthy, humorous way with humility. Know yourself. Don't give up. You're heading towards it. It's all coming together. I can see that all coming together. Look after your well-being. This is a sacred journey. Working with Leopard, whether you dream upon Leopard, have a picture of Leopard, imagine having Leopard by your side, is going to be a guide that helps us through this passage. Love it. Thank you. Powerful, strong message. And the last question we ask for this oracle reading, this helping hand oracle reading, please, Spirit, is what crystal ally, for ease and grace, what crystal ally can we work with, please, Spirit? What crystal ally to help us with the ease and grace? There it is, that one. Calcite. I laugh because when I was clearing and knocking the decks earlier and shuffling them, that flew out twice. And then here it is a third time. So spontaneity, calcite, that is the crystal to work with for ease and grace. It's beautiful. Spontaneity. It's a fire crystal. And the message is, calcite is singing to the wellspring of creativity within you. How long has it been since you've created a spontaneous moment? How long since you sang your song to the universe? Or drew a picture just for the joy of expressing joy? All of these things, as well as the spontaneity of emotion between people, can feed your sense of self and your sense of connection to the divine. Allow yourself to experience your spontaneity again. By tapping into that source of beauty and power in your life, you experience moments of true creation. What better way to affirm your capacity as creator of your life than by experiencing it moment to moment? When you get hung up on the daily grind and begin to forget where your true joy is, allow the spontaneity of calcite to remind you of the true expression of beauty that life can be. And the affirmation to work with is, I create each moment as an expression of my deepest joy. And good luck with that, because I bet you that can be a challenge. But they're the answers, they're the questions, they're the answers. That is the collective helping hand oracle reading for these energies. I hope it helps. It's certainly given me a lot to think about, and solutions that I can actually embody and enable and enact, that's going to help me come together and find more balance and magic in life. Well, I hope this helps. Aho, amen, so mote it be.